Welcome back to What's Hot in Digital. James is still away at the moment, so I'm taking over the podcast. Today we've got Letitia, our client experience coordinator here at WHD. How you going?
We're doing good. This is my first time here. A bit nervous.
Podcast. Are you nervous?
No, it'll be good. I'm excited.
It'll be fun. So obviously we work in a very fast-paced environment, and being an agency, like a lot of things need to get churned out all the time. Mm-hmm. So what do you think the key is to building that client relationship in a fast-paced environment?
Yeah, definitely. I think it all stems from as soon as they, sign their proposals, sign their contract, and it's pretty much their experience from then and there. Mm-hmm. So, kind of jumping on the front foot, introducing yourself, introducing the team. And I think that period before the kickoff meeting as well is so essential, just to, one, kind of just prove how organised we are and how much we care about them as a client. And as well, what we do on our side with our internal team to get everyone organised and up to speed as well. You want to go above and beyond for your client. And I just really think that's with like any client experience, pretty much in any field essentially, is a 5-star experience. Yeah. And you want to do as much as you can for the client. So again, after any meeting that you have with the client, you're giving them really good digestible email wrap-ups as well, because we're doing the work for them. We don't want them to feel stressed. Yeah. Like this is our field, and we'll do what we can to make them feel at ease. So I guess just having a really organized team, having everyone on track, and just like really seamless communication is key.
And I think a really cool thing that I always hear Lana talk about when we're having our onboardings and everything like that is that WHD is an extension of our client's team. Like 100%. We come and meet them and we're on their team. Definitely. We're just not in-house with them all the time.
100%. And we only want them to feel like that as well. Like we don't want our clients to feel like, we can't ask them that question. So it's always knowing that they can pick up the phone or send us an email at any time, and we will jump on and help them the best we can.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
And everyone who works with Letitia would know this, that Letitia is literally like their, what's the word, their secondhand man? No.
Maybe.
I don't, like Letitia puts her everything and her all into her client's experience. Like if she feels like something could potentially go wrong down the track, like she will nip it in the butt and make sure that that does not happen.
I try and look a few steps ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
Always. And I feel like as well, like, because Miller and I work on a lot of clients together.
It's very fun.
So like I might bring up something to her and she's like, but that's not happening right now. And I was like, but it could. But it could. And I need us to do this now to ensure that doesn't happen. Yeah. So I think that's something that we do well at WHD as well, is like we're always looking ahead. And we're trying, forward thinking, but trying to be really solution focused as well. And, because we do work on several clients each day, like we can see what can happen day to day that, something might fall down or, and so we've got a good, visual on how things can go, especially when onboarding new clients.
Yeah, definitely. Now, again, working in an agency, you've got lots of different clients, lots of different people that you're working with, different personalities. How do you find handling tricky conversations or like a upset client? Like, how do you handle that? Because obviously I don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's Letitia's job. So how do you find that?
Yeah. Well, I think, first of all, acknowledging like our team tries our best as much as we can. And, like no matter how much hard work that our team will output and we try to give the best client experience, like in any business, like there's going to be upset clients. Yeah. Always. So I feel like it doesn't matter how established or famous your company is, like clients will be upset. That's just the nature of business. Yeah. So I think, when we do have a hard conversation come through via comms or a phone call or in a meeting, I think number one is just like, making the client feel heard and understanding and just really listening because you don't want to fight with them on it. Like it's their experience. And I think, on the receiving end is like note that down because like this is only going to help you in the future for future client experiences as well. So I kind of think in the moment you might be really frustrated and like annoyed, but it's like, okay, this is only value that is going to help us. And, they're seeing something that you're not seeing because being on the receipt, like the other end
is so different.
It's so different. And, like the client might not have the best understanding of digital marketing. Yeah. So I think as well, like it's all in our delivery as, the marketing specialists and experts. It's the way we deliver information. So just example, like I find one of the biggest thing is miscommunication. Yeah. And it's the way that we, the team might deliver something and the client is just not understanding it the way that they need to. And I find once you just have like a really civil conversation and really break it down, like it's all calm again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But, when things are a little bit more hot and heavy and just say something has gone wrong, just making the client feel heard, talking to your next manager or whoever your next person is and keeping everyone in the loop. That's my favorite thing.
That's my favorite thing.
That is my favorite thing, but I think it's really
so
essential.
Yeah.
It is. And because, you need your whole team on board. Like no one can be left out of that conversation because you all need to work together to, deliver to the client what's best. But no, I think, you need to listen to your client. At the end of the day, it's their business and you want to give them the best results. So I think, just working as an extension of their team, as we said, and just making them feel heard and supported for sure.
Yeah. And I think a really cool thing with all of that is like Letitia and Gigi, we use ClickUp here internally at WHD and they have developed this like dashboard where if anything has ever gone wrong, which hopefully it's not like there's no extensive
we
amounts.
Need to be realistic,
yeah,
right?
Be realistic. Things do go wrong. Clients don't like certain things in their work. So say a client doesn't like these colours being used in their graphics. That's cool. We've got like a whole dashboard where we write things down, things that they love, things that they really hate, ways that they like to be spoken to. Like
100%. I think, like with our platform ClickUp, we've really worked hard over the last 6 months to really make it user friendly for our team and like use it to the best of our advantage. Because I remember when you probably feel the same, Mill, but when we first came on, we're like, what is this software? It's so clunky.
Because we all started the platform together.
Yes.
Like it was a new integration
100%.
Like right after we started.
Yeah. And I think we've really built it now to be super user-friendly. But, just say if, Miller needed to hand over a client to a new person, like that person can now come on and see everything that's needed. So it can even be little things like, we want to steer clear of this wording with our branding and we want to focus more on this and we want to be perceived as this as a brand and we really want to avoid these keywords. Like we've got areas for all of that to ensure that we're giving the best client experience because there's nothing worse than a client repeating themselves because it shows that they're not being heard and that we're not taking them seriously or valuing what they have to say, and that's very important.
Letitia, you are definitely our culture king in here. You want to make sure that everyone's the happiest they can be, everyone feels the most supported they can be, and I think your number one thing that you strive off is like good vibes in the office, and I'm 100% the same. I feel like that's why we go very hand in hand here. So I know it's easier said than done, obviously, because you can't make everyone happy, but what do you think is like the key to a good culture in a workplace?
Yeah, it's such a broad question, Mill. Like I think in so many industries are so different as well. And I think it's like you got to acknowledge as well, like if you're in a management team at a company as well, like it's always going to change. Like it's like always evolving. There's no right way to do culture. But I really think it comes down to like the values of the business as well because, it's fun like doing team events and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like it is the business and it's the work and, like how do you keep like, staff retention and people happy. And I think people, again, it's like our clients, they want to feel like seen, heard and supported. And it's like, having an environment where people, can raise concerns and like they feel listened and that it's being taken on board by their managers as well. So, like I feel like there's no like one shoe fits all, but I think it's like being aware as managers that, like one approach isn't going to work on a new set of people as well. And I think like a really big thing that I always notice is like, and something that I think WHD does really well is that, we've got a lot of young staff and I think that's great. And I think there's a lot of workplaces out there that won't want to listen to their new young staff. But I think that's the superpower.
They're the people of the future.
It is. But, like they're so fresh. They care so much. And like they might have just come from uni or they might not have. And I think, they're so full of life and they want to have the best working experience. And those are the people that we need to listen to.
Because they're people that are going to be in this business for the next 30 years if you're
Exactly.
lucky.
And they're so full of life and, they have so much value to add. But, in some workplaces, they might see that as like, oh, they're so young, what will they know?
Yeah.
But really like, you need to invite that in always.
They're the people you have to listen to.
New perspectives is the key to everything. So I really think key to culture is just being really open to like new perspectives and new ways of working with the team and new ideas and to really help that inclusive environment. I think so. But we could talk about this for hours. There's so many ways that you could do culture, but I think just having people feel seen, heard, supported and having a really inclusive environment for people to bring up what they need and inviting all new ideas.
Yeah, and they don't need to be extravagant ideas. Like, for example, Letitia's introduced a snack cart, and it's like a communal thing. We bring in our own snacks. The WHD buy some snacks each week as well.
And to be fair, like, not to cut you off there, Mil, but like a lot of workplaces wouldn't let you do that. And I think like, because I'm from a bit more of a corporate background and like to come to an agency, like it's so different. So as well acknowledging like we are quite lucky here.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think like, you know, in other like more corporate settings, like they have their way as well. But yeah, like little things, just like having a little like snack cart, but like at old workplaces, like we used to do like a little fruit platter and we all gather in the morning and like we don't really talk about work, like we'll just like really check in with people. And again, like that's making people feel supported. Like it's not like you spend majority of your life at work.
So you might as well like it.
You might as well like it, but like vibe with your people.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
That's a big thing we talk about all the time. Like we're with each other 5 days a week.
100%.
Like you see each other sometimes more than your own family, your partner sometimes.
Definitely.
So why can't we all just be friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, different workplaces and roles will have different values.
Definitely.
Like I know there's some really intense workplaces out there like high up on the corporate chain which will have different values.
We're not saving lives here.
This isn't the emergency department.
No.
It's not. And that's
we might as well like each other.
That's something we always say.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's marketing. We're not saving lives.
Yeah.
It's not
We're
Grey's
saving
Anatomy.
businesses. Yeah.
Trying. But yeah, no, it's a big topic.
Yeah.
You could honestly make a whole series on it. It's just, but something that people need to be willing to learn and grow on as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I feel like there's definitely more to talk on about
Definitely.
this. And
maybe, see for part 2.
Yeah. See for part 2. Maybe James will have some questions to ask you.
Maybe.
Because I feel like you've learned a lot from each other.
Yeah. If I could get the call up.
Yeah.
James, if you're listening.
James, if you're listening, Letitia wants to come on the pod. Okay. Well, thanks.